Like, I don't even know what to ash.
Here at YCS Sydney 2025. I'm way in over my head.
Again, hope you enjoy.
This guy did like a 12-course a la carte menu on me, bro. So we've got 5 Supreme Darkness packs and these awesome coins.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Shadow Realm for another video where this week it is YCS week. Alright guys, so yes, this week is the week of YCS Sydney. So it's currently Tuesday and the event is on Saturday and Sunday this week. Now if you've been following the channel, you would know that I have actually entered myself into YCS Sydney. Why? I'm not particularly sure, but this is sort of the first YCS event that has ever been like local to me ever since I got back into the YuGiOh hobby, so I really wanted to go. I wasn't really sure if you could just go to like spectate. Back when I was in Japan, YCS Tokyo was happening, and I remember that one you couldn't go to just spectate, you had to be competing. So I wasn't sure if that was the case for this one. I think I read now that you could just go, but I ended up buying a ticket to compete at that. Now if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you would know that I am an absolute YuGiOh noob when it comes to actually playing the modern game. Said it many times before, the last time I played actual YuGiOh was like 2006. And that was like the video game. It wasn't even a proper real life duel or anything like that. So this is kind of set up to be a little bit tragic. But things have sort of worked out a little bit because if you remember the mystery box opening we did, Sam, he sent us a almost complete Traptrix deck. After doing some research, Traptrix is actually like a really great beginner deck in my opinion. And actually after learning it and trying to use it a little bit, I've actually kind of really fallen in love with the deck. Like it's really fun to use. But that's what I want to do in this video. I want to show you guys what deck I'm going to be using at YCS Sydney. And also I'll throw in a little vlog of the actual event itself when I get there. All right guys, so starting it off with a little deck kind of profile. I've seen on YouTube people have been doing these things, so I've decided to do one myself for the Traptrix deck we're playing. So first off, I've got the purple sleeves in the main deck for the Shadow Realm, you know, awesome purple color to represent the channel. And then for the extra deck, I'm using these YuGiOh 25th anniversary sleeves that I got in Japan. So I can finally start utilizing some of those card accessories that I bought from all those Japan trips of mine. But for the Traptrix main deck, we have, first of all, we have Traptrix Pudica. I'm running 3 of these. I'm running 3 Traptrix Mantis. I've got also 3 Traptrix Mamelio, 2 Traptrix Arachnocampa, and 2 Traptrix Dionea. So that is the main Traptrix stuff there. Now, I want to preface this. I am using a very basic Traptrix deck here. Like, this was the stuff that got sent to me. I literally, before this, I've owned like 0 competitive or playable YuGiOh cards. Everything I collect is like nostalgic YuGiOh base. So that was the basic Traptrix monsters. Additional to this, I've got 3 Parallel Exceed. These have been really great. I've enjoyed using Parallel Exceed. I think this ends what people kind of call the main engine. That's a level I'm at, guys. I don't even know. I'm not even familiar with these terms. A main engine, I'm guessing means like the main theme cards of your deck that kind of gets it going. After this, I've got hand traps. So I've got 3 Ash Blossoms. You know, people say you gotta have it. 3 Effect Veilers. Again, people say you gotta have it. 3 Nibiru's. People say you gotta have it. So for my training, I've been playing a lot online solo duels on Dueling Nexus. And like what I've realized about playing YuGiOh is I like playing Dota 2. So I'm a huge Dota 2 fan. If you don't know what Dota 2 is, it's a MOBA video game. It's been around for a long time, but the learning curve in that game is super steep. Like I've been playing that game for over 10 years and there's still things I don't know. There's just that much like smaller granular things, like little knowledge, interactions, things like that. Very similar to YuGiOh. So in order to be a really good Dota player, you kind of gotta be good at the heroes or the characters that you play, but you also got to know a lot about all the other heroes or champions if you're talking about League of Legends terminology. But there were over like 120 heroes in Dota, and to be a good Dota player, you kind of have to know all of them. And so really similarly, what I've realized is you've got to know your deck really well, but you've really got to know other people's decks really well. You got to know how the other cards work, because otherwise you don't really know what you're getting yourself into. So stuff like this, Effect Veiler, Ash, like I don't even know what to ash. Like, I don't even know what to use Veiler on. Like, Nibiru is kind of self-explanatory, but like this one's more about like kind of the timing of when to use it. But yeah, that's the kind of issue I'm running into. I haven't got enough time to learn yet, but I don't even know when to use these things, when it's good. But I've included it because everyone else says you got to include it. So I'm just going to hope for the best, throw these out at a random time when I think it's good. So we've got that. So those are like the hand trap monsters we've got. Spell cards, I'm using one Traptrix Garden. So this is the field spell for Traptrix. Got one copy of Traptrix Garden. I've got 3 Traptrix Holtea. So this is a awesome card. It's kind of the big part of the Traptrix deck, if you will. Apart from this, I've got 3 evenly matched. So this is actually a really, really good card for Traptrix, and it's actually really good to use against Traptrix as well. But evenly matched was a great card. Normal trap, so it kind of synergizes with everything, and it's a great going second card is what I've learned. After that, we've got 3 Infinite Impermanence. So great synergy with the deck because it's a normal trap. Again, it's like a quote-unquote hand trap because you can activate it from your hands. But same with the rest of these things here. I don't really know when to use this thing. I don't know what to use it against, but I've included it here. But so I think this is really great. And then we've got the trap holes. We've got Floodgate Trap Hole, which is great. Grave Diggers is great. I learned you can use this against like Ash, Vela, hand traps like that. It's good for that. Bottomless is great for normal summons, I've learnt. And these two, Terrifying Trap Hole Nightmare and Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, great for the special summons. So those are the trap holes I've been playing. All right, so moving on to the extra deck. So in the extra deck, we've got 3 Traptrix Sarah. You gotta have it. This is an absolute crazy card. Super cool to bounce all the effects off when activating traps and Traptrix monsters. So 3 Sarahs. I've got 3 Rafflesias. So this is a really great kind of defensive card to set up when you're going first. Rafflesia is great. Like I'm running 3. I think 3 is a bit unnecessary, but as you'll see very soon, I don't really have enough cards to fill out my extra deck. So I'm running 3 just for the fact that I'm running 3, but 3 Rafflesias. I've got 2 Pingiculars, 2 Traptrix Pingiculars. This is a great card as well. Now I am missing the other Traptrix XC's monster, Alamaris. I'm missing Alamaris. I don't have that card, and it's actually a bit too late for me to go and try to get a copy for the event. So Alamaris would be nice. I love Alamaris' effects where you can detach to special summon Traptrix monster. That is great because you can detach Holtea if you use that and then special summon something back. Like I think that's a great effect, a good kind of extender, but unfortunately I won't be playing with Alamaris. I don't think it's going to be game breaking for me where I'm at my level, but no Alamaris. What I've got is I've got 2 Adipus. So this card is actually insane. This is a lot of the ways I actually win when playing my online test stores. That is a big way that I get rid of a lot of big opponent monsters as well, but that's an Adipus. I've got 1 Killaria. This one I'm not really sure. I haven't really used it much. There hasn't been too many situations where I felt like I really needed this, but it's a really nice card with the extra effects you get to play off other cards in the deck. But I haven't had too much experience with it, so I've just put it at 1. Now, this is the last of the cards, and now I understand. So people have said you need to run a Time Thief Redoer. So I got a Time Thief Redoer. I got this just in time actually for this week, so I can run it at the event. My understanding of Redoer is it's great when you have traps attached to it as material, which is great because a lot of the time the way you're summoning this is with Holtea. So by detaching a trap, by detaching Holtea, you can remove a card from it. You can put it on top of the opponent's deck. So like a really powerful effect. Redoer for monster removal, I think is his purpose, is a great card. And now the rest of my extra deck is like, I have no idea. So I think I've got 3 cards left. So I've got 3 slots left for the extra deck. I literally don't know what I'm doing here. So Sacred Tree Beast Hyperton. This actually I pulled out of that Walmart mystery box, if you can believe it. This was out of the Chaos box at Walmart, but I saw some deck profiles for Traptrix use this thing. I've never used it before. I haven't actually read it properly to see what it does, but we got Sacred Tree Beast, Hyperton, so that's an XC's. And then these last 2 really should be XC's monsters as well. But I literally don't own any other useful XC's monsters for the deck. Like I have no idea what to use. So these are 2 random links. Access Code Talker, Underworld Goddess of the Closed World. So this is a link 4 and a link 5. I don't think I'm ever going to get to a point where I can summon these 2 things, but I'm just using it to fill out the extra deck for now. So maybe if I can find a last minute any extra XCs monsters, useful XCs monsters that I can add to the extra deck, I will do that before the events, before I can even have to register the deck. So like I said, today is Tuesday and the actual event is this Saturday and Sunday. So I think Saturday is the first day, the main day I think that the event is on. So I've got the rest of the week to train up. I've literally been going hard on Dueling Nexus this past already, I'm gonna say 3 days. I've been going hard on for 3 days on Dueling Nexus, playing this Traptrix deck. I'm getting kind of pretty good at knowing the main lines or the main combos. So last thing I think I've got is the playmat I'm going to be using. So this is the random Firewall Dragon playmat that I picked up in my first Japan trip. If you go all the way back and watch that video, but we picked this thing up for, I think it was like $4. So it is a kind of beat up playmat that I'm not really too attached to, so I don't mind it getting beat up. So I think I'm going to be using this guy, this random Firewall Dragon playmat. I do have a couple of nicer playmats that I picked up since then, but like those ones are literally still sealed in the box, so I don't really want to use them and mess them up. It would be really cool if I could use this, my actual desk mat, this cool, my Shadow Realm signature channel desk mat to duel, but I don't think I'm gonna get this thing messed up either. This is what I've recorded on, so we'll stick with the Firewall Dragon desk mat. Like I said, it's Tuesday. I've got a lot of training to do, but the next time I'll see you guys is probably at the event. So with that said, with the power of video editing, we will be here at YCS Sydney 2025. So we almost didn't make it. We almost hit some traffic and didn't make the registration period, but I think we're gonna make it here. So this year the event's at Rosehill Race Gardens. It's like a horse racing, like race course where they race horses and stuff, but I think they have like this event kind of thing set up. So I'm gonna do a little vlog to see how we go. I have changed my deck a little bit since the beginning of the week, since Tuesday when I made that video for you guys, but I'll give you guys some more updates on that later. Let's go inside and then see what the event is like. Alright guys, so we are here, YCS Sydney 2025, and I gotta say, like, I'm way in over my head. Like, there's so many people here. I have no idea what I'm doing. I did successfully register. That's a big tick because there was a moment there where my name wasn't on the list, and I thought I didn't register properly, but apparently they had some issues with the Neuron app, but they checked my thing. I registered successfully, so I'm in the tournament. But in terms of the actual tournament itself, I think the goals for today are like, I just want to win one duel. You know, I just want to, not even a match, I just want to win one duel. So like, if I can just evenly match someone going second, settle my trap holes, I don't know, maybe that's the way I can get like a quick win, a good surrender or something. But if we can at least even manage that, and that's a W. But in terms of Traptrix, playing Traptrix deck, the deck, based on what people say online, it's not strong anymore, but like, it's really fun. Like, I like playing it. So I've got some hope there. I've gotten really good at actually like playing the lines of Traptrix as well, like the combos. So maybe that can help me a little bit. I did change the deck list a little bit since Tuesday, beginning of the week when I did that initial kind of deck preview thing. But I took out Nibiru, I took out Effect Veiler, and I replaced it with Droll and Dimension Shifter. So I don't know, people online said that is better, like it'll help, it's more like general coverage. So I moved some of the other stuff to the side deck. But man, like,
I'm way in over my head here. Like, there's so many people. There's people with like team jerseys. Like, there's part of a squad. Like, what is happening? Like, this is insane. But it's a couple minutes left until like official play starts. I don't even know what happens. Like, how do you find your matchup? I'm not sure. I'm gonna figure it out. But we'll wait for that, and I'll see you guys later.
Not really. Hands up who has played all 10. Thank you for coming along. We got here fantastic in the best venue I think we've ever had space-wise. We've got a phenomenal judge team. Again, hope you enjoy the best of what we've got to offer this weekend.
Alright guys, so little update after round 1. I got cooked real bad. Like, I'm not talking like KFC, 3-piece in a soda cooked. This guy did like a 12-course a la carte menu on me, bro. So, he was playing the Malice deck, I think. Malice, and then I actually had like really bad luck with the opening hands both times. So, like, I literally could barely do anything. I summoned twice. And it felt like he summoned like half his whole freaking deck. So this Malice thing is like off chops. But yeah, first round, absolute cookage. I got destroyed. We're waiting now for the second round, so it might be a while, but yeah, I'll keep you guys updated.
A few moments later.
Alright guys, a little update after a couple more rounds. So last time I spoke to you was after round 1. We played rounds 2, 3, and 4. So I played 3 more rounds since that last one. So round 2 I went up against another Malice player, and yeah, he cooked another 12-course degustation on me. So the round 2 was not good, but then the players are so nice. Like I asked them like, what should I do? How should I counter Malice, this and that? So they're giving me tips. So round 2 was a wipe, and then round 3 was actually really cool. I was versing another like kind of newish player to the game. Well, he was returning from 10 years. His name was Richard. He was playing 6 Samurai, and then so people were walking past our table, 6 Samurai versus Traptrix, and they were like, this is a blast from the past. But Richard was super chill. I think in Richard's match, that was where I won my first game. So I won my first game of Richard. I think I won the match of Richard as well from like a technicality because I ended it with more life points than he did. But that was a really fun match. And then 4th match was against a guy called Cody. That very last one, he was also using Malice. Malice deck is just cracked, but Cody was awesome, man. He was helping me out. And I took my first game. I took game 2 of Cody using Malice. So I beat Malice using a Traptrix deck. 1 game. That was awesome. I think that has been the highlight of the day so far. So I managed to take 1 game off a Malice guy. I really think it was because I used evenly matched. I think that was the evenly matched game. So if I go second and evenly, like I've got a chance. But that was pretty much it. Even though evenly doesn't really mess with Malice that hard, but it gives me a chance to set up all my trap holes and stuff. But that's it. 4 rounds done. That's half the rounds. I'm not sure if I'm gonna stick around for like the whole 8 because like that's a long time to be getting whooped. But we'll see how the next round goes. See if I face another Malice guy. I feel like I've faced so many like high-level Malice dudes that I'm learning how freaking Malice deck works now. So like half the day's done. I'll give you guys another update when I get one. Alright guys, a little update after a couple more rounds. So I played rounds 5 and 6 just recently. So round 5, I was up against someone using the new Blue Eyes structure deck, and the deck is, what can I say, the deck is cracked, man. Like the deck is crazy. So Blue Eyes structure guy deck was popping off. He did well. And there's like one thing I'm realizing is about this is like some people that are super knowledgeable, really great at helping me play as well because they know my deck, their deck, all the cards, rules by hand. So like they help me step by step through the way. Like I'm not really trying to win or anything, but like they help me play the game. The people that aren't as knowledgeable, it's harder for both of us because like I don't know what their cards do and they don't really know what my cards do. So like they can just pop off anything. I'm like, yeah, cool, like go for it. And then when my stuff happens, like I'm not really sure, like it's just, you guys get what I'm saying. It's just harder, right? So a little bit of that situation in round 5. Round 6 was very similar as well. This guy was playing Mermail, I think Mermail. He was popping off like crazy. Mermail guy was going nuts. But I don't know, something interesting happening in that match. I'll do a little recap of it later. But yeah, something interesting happened there. But I think after 6 rounds, I'm done. I'm tired. I think we went 1 and 5. At least we got 1 win. That was solid. We went 1 and 5. But yeah, I think I'll pack it up and we'll recap this back home. Whew. Okay guys, we're back from YCS Sydney 2025, and what can I say? I had a great time, man. So from not even going to a single locals yet in my life to going straight to a YCS was like jumping into the deep end. I wasn't really sure what I was thinking doing that, but you know, I had a great time. The people there were so friendly, like the people I was dueling against, super friendly as well, super knowledgeable, and always like everyone there was pretty much open and willing to help me out, you know, as a new player. Everyone is super nice, super helpful. So we've got our little goodies here from the event. So just for signing up, you got 5 Supreme Darkness packs and you got this little coin. So this was random and we got a pretty cool one. We got a Winged Karibo coin, but we'll check that out in a little bit more detail later. I want to give like a little recap of how the whole event sort of went. So I did my little recaps of the matches like and the rounds as they went like live while I was there, but coming back now, giving a quick recap how it went, how did I think it went? So A couple key takeaways. Malice, crazy deck. I went up against like 4 Malice decks that were all like insane, or 3 Malice decks that were all crazy, they all popped off. I think the day was a success, so I started the day off saying the goal was to kind of just win one game, one duel, not even a whole match, just one duel. And I managed to do that against the 3rd Malice opponent. His name was Cody, I think. Cody, super nice guy, but I managed to win game 2 off Cody running Malice using Traptrix. In game 2, I was able to set up all my traps and then I was able to win that game like that. It was actually crazy. So huge W. I was able to take a game off Malice. So in that respect, the day was a success already. I actually won an entire match as well against Richard. So that was really fun. But the other matchups I had, so there were 2 other Malice matchups. Those I just got cooked. 11 course degustation cooked. There was one guy playing the new Blue Eye structure decks. He thoroughly cooked me as well. That was great. And then the final match, I was playing against someone using, I think it was Mermails, if that's the name of the archetype, Mermails. And so a lot of funny stuff or funky stuff happened in that last duel. So like, here's my takeaways with playing Yu-Gi-Oh with limited knowledge, like where I was coming from. So basically, I had no prior knowledge of modern Yu-Gi-Oh cards and archetypes and like the way they work, anything prior to coming to this. What I had was 1 week's practice on Dueling Nexus, battling against the computer and like a couple people using the Traptrix deck. So that whole week was mainly learning. 6 days was trying to learn the Traptrix lines and the combos and everything, trying to do your thing with the actual Traptrix deck. But a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh is knowing other people's cards and other people's decks and knowing how their cards work. So in that respect, another huge thank you to all the people that dueled me, because I was putting a lot of pressure on the people facing me to kind of help me and know the rules and call out stuff, call me out in certain situations. You know, like they had to not only know their deck, they had to know sort of my deck's rules and like when things were going off. So like it put a lot of pressure on the people dueling me, and in that respect I thank them a lot, especially the Malice guys, because they really knew what they were talking about and they helped me a lot. And so in that respect, when I was dueling people that were super knowledgeable, it was actually really great because they helped me a lot. I would literally be asking them, can I ash this? And like obviously I'm telling them if I have an ash, right? Like I'll be like, can I imperm this? Like, can I do this here? Can I do that here? And then like at the beginning of the day, I was super like wet behind the ears. I was super bad. I was like chaining things in the wrong spots. I wasn't like waiting properly, this and that. But towards the end of the day, I got a lot better. But in that respect as well, when I dueled some people with like limited knowledge or not as much knowledge as like those guys, like these guys pretty much had knowledge of like everything. But when I dueled people that weren't as knowledgeable, we got into situations where it was sort of like the blind leading the blind, you know. And especially in that last duel, I feel like a lot of stuff happened that were like not supposed to happen, like illegal plays, or not illegal plays, but like just funky things, you know. So I wasn't gonna go as so far as to like call a judge over for every single time, because literally for some of my duels, I think we needed a judge to just observe our whole duel 24/7, because like both of us sort of had limited knowledge of what we were doing. So to round out the day, I played 6 rounds. I left the last 2. I was just so tired. My voice was fried. My voice was cooked. So that's another thing, playing actual Yu-Gi-Oh, calling out your stuff. Dude, your voice gets cooked for the whole day. You're just talking the whole time. But so I played 6 rounds. I won 1 and I technically lost 5. But that last one was like a weird one. So I'll say I lost 4. I won 1, lost 4. And I managed to take a game of Malice, which is like a massive W in my opinion, because like that Malice deck looked crazy. But yeah, overall I had a fantastic time. Now, would I do it again? Would I go back to a YCS? I would go back to a YCS and actually compete again if I was going to put in the time and the dedication to actually learn the meta cards, learn how everyone else's deck works, because I think you would have a lot better time then, and I'll put less onus and less responsibility on my opponent to actually know things and call things out themselves. Like we could help each other in that respect. And again, like in that respect, it's like a huge conflict of interest, right? So if you're actually trying to play properly, you can't be asking your opponent, can I draw this? Can I like activate teardrop here, this and that? Because like in a way, it's a conflict of interest. Yeah, we're all trying to have fun and play, but some people are there to compete. And if like you're asking someone, can I do this, which can potentially like turn a duel and like be really bad for them, it's a huge conflict of interest. So if I was gonna do it again, I would have to do it justice and come back with actual real game knowledge and real like meta card knowledge, and not have to rely on my opponent so much. So if I was gonna do it again, I would do that. I think if I were to do it again, I would actually just like to play online. So maybe Master Duel. But the only thing with Master Duel I don't like is how the format is completely different. But maybe I'll stick to Master Duel like for now. I'm like it's a lot more helpful when timing chains gets called out for you. Like super helpful. That's one of the biggest learning curves I felt playing real life Yu-Gi-Oh as well. So not just knowing other people's cards, but knowing timing, chaining, all that stuff. Like that is a huge part of it. And yeah, I've relied a lot on my opponents in that sense for a lot of help. But the event overall was pretty awesome. The venue was huge. So apparently they hadn't done it at this race course before. This was the 10th YCS Sydney. So the race course venue was pretty sweet. Like there was so much space. Now they had vendors. There was an official YCS vendor there. Their prices there were like really good. Like their prices on boxes, tins, like decks, structured decks, the singles. Pricing was amazing for that. There was also Good Games there. I think it was, I don't know if it was Good Games Brisbane, but like Good Games as an entity was there. Their prices were like just slightly higher, not as good value, but it was awesome to see them there. I would have hoped to see more vendors there. It would have been fantastic if there was like way more vendors. There was literally 2. It would have been great if there were way more vendors. I feel like there's so much potential for like more vendors to make it bigger, but I don't know if the popularity of Yu-Gi-Oh today like that, so maybe it's just not possible, like there's no demand for it. But more vendors would have been great. More merch would have been fantastic as well. Like literally if they just would have had like a commemorative t-shirt, boom, I would have bought it. Commemorative like generic mat, boom, done, would have bought it. Just something to remember the event by, because you know, for me this was my first and maybe only YCS, maybe. But speaking of merch, we have the 5 packs we got. So we've got 5 Supreme Darkness packs and these awesome coins. So this was a random coin. There was a bunch of different random ones you could get, but this is one of the better ones actually in my opinion. You could get the winged Karibo coin. This thing was sick. A lot of people were going around like asking to buy them. Like, I don't know, I wanted to keep this to commemorate my first and maybe only YCS, but Konami on the back, Yu-Gi-Oh trading card game. It's a really nice coin. Winged Creeper on the front. This one was really nice. All right, we can open it. Let's check the coin out. Very nice. So metal coin, Winged Karibo. Really beautiful. I like this thing a lot. Awesome little commemorative piece of that YCS Sydney 2025. I really like that. Super huge fan. And we have the 5 Supreme Darkness pack. So let's rip these right now and see if we can get anything. But talking about the event more, what can I say? The people there, so nice. Everyone there was like super friendly. We have anything here? Not sure. Aragosta, Swift, Capane, but yeah, everyone's super friendly. I made conversation with a lot of people because I literally had no idea what I was doing. So I talked with a lot of people at the beginning, like, hey man, do you know how this works? Like, how do we get matched up? What do we do? This and that. So they were super helpful. I like to help a lot. And Skystrike, 10 Yinfinity. Okay, nothing in that one, I don't think. We'll take the hollows out. But yeah, heaps of people were opening like a booster boxes, bulk cards, and like just looking for hits. And then literally all the quote unquote bulk, they were just like tossing. They were just like throwing out, like literally in the bin. Simple Spores Awakening. This sounds kind of good. Simple Spores. This sounds like it might be good. Simple Spores. Yeah, literally the bin was full of cardboard. Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Brand new Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Bin literally full of them. Like, I'd never seen anything like that before. It was insane. But we have, I can't even say this, Hydrojet Shark, Dark Supremacy, Metal Flame Swordsman. And that's kind of cool. Flame Swordsman kind of card here. Ultra rare. Okay, pretty cool. Metal Flame Swordsman. And the last pack here. So last pack, Supreme Darkness from YCS Sydney 2025. Can we get anything? We have Grand Knight of the Red Lotus, Speedroid Clearwing Wonder, Materiactor Critical, Arcana Force 19 The Sun, Gladiator Beast Gistel Super Rare. Okay, cool. Life Force, that's the rest. So
that was our 5 packs from the YCS. Pretty cool, $30 entry fee. I had a lot of fun. It was a great day. I'll definitely come back. I'll definitely do it all again, but next time with a bit more knowledge. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what your favorite part of the video was in the comments below. Let me know if you have any tips and tricks for me. If I were to do it next time, maybe attend a couple locals first. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video and I'll see you guys in the next one.